Welcome to Art at the Clayton Center, the show where we bring art to Clayton. Each month, Clayton Visual Arts hosts a free art exhibit right here at the Clayton Center. Join us as we highlight different artists, showcase their work, and bring you their stories. This is Art at the Clayton Center.
So my name is Henryk Fantazos. I'm a painter and an engraver, and this exhibition is showing some of my engravings that are made on copper. To illustrate that, I brought a copper plate that's already engraved, and in fact that image is already at the exhibition. With a very concentrated mind, you cut lines into copper. It's very laborious. In fact, it's so laborious that it's hard for me to find other copper engravers that do it without the aid of all kinds of modern technology. So to do it entirely by hand is become extinct, but that attracts me actually to that technique. I do like the challenge of it, and just by nature, I like the roads that are not too frequented by everybody else. There's something about the quality of the line that can be achieved in copper engraving. Those lines are so responsible, so fluently achieved. And when you look under magnification, inside of the groove that it's cut, that line is very smooth inside. The feeling is different. So if you want the line to be fluent, mellifluous, swift and graceful, then you certainly would want to do it in copper engraving. My images, not by walking around and stopping in the middle of the street, think, oh, that would be a great engraving. No, I just empty out my mind and send a general expectation that something will come to me. And then it does, but it's uninvited, unforced. I don't think in a rational way about it. It comes to me as an image. I don't know where from, but these are the very interesting, bizarre origins where our thoughts come from, but they do come. I would love to think of every piece of art that I ever made as a little attempt at a poem that is not spoken but rather painted or engraved. I don't make art for myself. I do it entirely for the public. I want them to be interested in my art and take something out of it, but my appeal is to my own ideals when it comes to art. It gives them a glimpse of the world that we all want to move to, and that is the world of poetry, not the world of practicalities, because then there would be no love, no beauty, no amazement. We would be left with just measuring tapes.
My name is Jeanne George. I am an artist, a watercolorist. I decided on watercolor about 15 years ago. I have been an art teacher for over 25 years, and I finally started practicing what I'd been preaching, and I love it. Some are very fantasy, and some are imaginative, and some are hopefully getting more and more realistic. lot of my ideas came from the children I was teaching, because we would be working on different projects. We would be doing pattern, or the elements and principles of design, and I would go home and I'd think patterns, I'd think balance, I would think all of those things that you use in your artwork, and I would apply them in my own work. Most of my work years ago is more fanciful, but today I'm using a lot of the techniques that I learned from the American Society of Botanical Artists. And I have just fallen in love with that. I've always loved gardening, and so this was right down my thinking with going into art. And my latest work is the Kentucky Iris, which I have on display here. And I use the dried brush technique with that, which is what I learned at a workshop for the ASBA artist. I'm excited to have it here on display. We always have First Thursday receptions. You can count on us being here with a reception, with wine and cheese, and lots of fun, and looking at art and being educated about art appreciation.
Thanks for joining us for this edition of Art at the Clayton Center. We welcome you every month to our free Meet the Artist receptions. They are held the first Thursday of every month at 6 p.m. right here in the Clayton Center. We hope you'll check it out as we continue to bring art to Clayton.